What's up, VC? How's it going? It's James here. Finally am getting around to starting a channel. And I guess this isn't a new channel. It's been around. It's a channel I used to use. And I just decided I wanted to stay with this channel and the channel name Blind Dominoes, even though it's not really a vinyl community name. But yeah, I have been watching vinyl community videos for about 5 months now. I'm subscribed to a lot of you. I'm pretty sure I am. Or God, I'm trying to think here. If this is my channel, I don't know. Just forget that. I'm subscribed to a lot of you. I don't know if it's on this channel or a different channel, but man, I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited to start making videos finally. And so yeah, this is my collection. I think about 140 records here, and I've been collecting for about 3 months now. I've been interested for about a year, and finally did run across the vinyl community, and was excited that I ran across it. So yeah, I got a stack of records that I'm going to show today, and I'll just kind of update you on my collection as it goes, and just show you what's in my collection. And so first, let me give you a little bit about me. My name is James, obviously, as I've said, and I'm 16 years old, and I'm from Nebraska, small Nebraska town. So the nearest record store is like 2 hours away, so I don't get to go a lot, but I do go to a lot of garage sales, and I find a lot of good stuff there for good prices. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I think about 15, 16 records here that I want to show that were up here, and just going to continue showing you my collection and recent finds and stuff. So the first one is an album that I had gotten when I bought 1,000 albums for $50, which is a pretty good deal, and there was some pretty good stuff in there, like 40 good things in there out of 1,000, which might sound bad, but I'd say it would be worth the price. I mean, it'd be worth the $50 because I understood that for 1,000 records for $50, there's probably not gonna be a lot of good stuff in there because it was mostly like polka and like country western, which I'm not really into. But yeah, I mean, there were some that I just picked up and found, and I was like, wow, I can't believe this is in here, and this is one of them. This is Funkadelics, On the Verge of Getting It On, and I'm sure you all know who Funkadelic is. I mean, Maggot Brain was a massive release, but I'd say this is more of a non-mainstream release, but still really, really funky record. And I love funk, I love soul, I love jazz, I love rock. I mean, I love so many genres, it's insane. But this album, I was extremely excited to get because it's my first Funkadelic album. I need to get more. But one thing about Funkadelic is they have a ton of artwork and just a ton of crazy stuff going on here. And I just love this album. I was so happy to get it for that. I couldn't believe it was in the box. So, next album I have to show is a folk album. It's Dan Fogelberg Souvenirs, and yeah, this is just a real nice folk album. It's from the Epic label, it looks like, and yeah, a great album. It inspired a lot of other things, I think, like the Eagles. I think the Eagles were still, I think they were a band when he started, but yeah, this is a really good album, and just just a nice listen when you're in the mood for it. I'm not always in the mood for folk, but when I am, it's a great album to put on, as you see the gatefold there. So yeah, next one, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Lynyrd Skynyrd, but it was also in that box of 1,000 records, so I was like, well, I need to pick it up, and it does have Freebird and Sweet Home Alabama on here, so yeah, I had to pick it up. It's Lynyrd Skynyrd. Pretty cool gatefold there, as the record about fell out, but yeah, great record. Next, I also found this. I was extremely surprised because this album was still sealed, and I really don't know if this would be worth money because it was still sealed in its original copy of the Circle Jerks very first album. If you don't know who Circle Jerks are, I'm sure you do if you're a punk fan. But yeah, they pretty much, they're one of the founding fathers, I guess, of punk. And this is a great album. Great, great album for all you punk lovers. And so I was pumped. I was just stoked to see this in there. Next, another record that was also in that collection. A lot of good stuff in here. Commodores, back when Lionel Richie was not solo yet. I mean, this was off the Motown label, and I love Motown because they put out amazing soul stuff, soul and funk, and this was funky, and funk's one of my favorite genres, and there you go, Commodores. Great album. Next, we got a little jazz. This was the first jazz album I ever picked up, and I wasn't too familiar with Charlie Ventura, but I was like, it's like I think it was like $1, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pick this up, and it's a really good jazz record. I think it's from the late 50s. So yeah, Charlie Ventura plays hi-fi jazz. I'm sure jazz lovers have heard of him. I hadn't heard of him though, which is kind of sad because he's really good. After that, we go into the Beatles collection. I only have 2 Beatles albums, and the first one I got, it's a reissue, $25-$30 I got, and it's the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Probably most of your favorite albums, a lot of people's favorite album from the Beatles. This isn't my favorite album, but you know, as I always say, almost every Beatles album is good in my mind. Even Yellow Submarine, people give that album hate, but I think it's not that bad of an album, as you see the gatefold there. And yeah, it's obviously the Beatles, and I mean, just some amazing songs on here. Next, my favorite Beatles album of all time. This is one of the greatest albums ever in my mind. Beatles' Abbey Road. And there's not a single bad song on this, and I mean, you really can't go wrong with Abbey Road. It's just amazing, amazing. It was their last album, and it was a good one at that. Next, one of my favorite releases of 2015. Man, Alabama Shake, Sound and Color. You know, I wasn't big on their first album. I mean, I liked a few songs. I was like, you know, this band has a chance to do some really big things. And they definitely showed that with this album. You know, the singles on this were Don't Wanna Fight and Give Me All Your Love, I'm pretty sure. And when I first heard those songs, I'm like, God, I cannot wait for this album because it's going to be amazing. And this album didn't disappoint, even though there were a few moments that I really did not like at all on this album. They definitely stepped it up, as you see the gatefold there, and I'm pretty sure this is on clear vinyl, and I do love colored vinyl, I really do. So yeah, this was also the first album I ever got. I got it for my birthday when I got my turntable, and I just recently picked up a new turntable, so it needs fixing, but I won't be using the turntable I have now for much longer. Because I got a Technics that I got for $1 at a garage sale. Can you believe that? Wow. And this was also another album I got for my very first album, and honestly, it was because my sister picked this out for me, and she knows I'm a Black Keys fan. I'm just not a fan of this album at all, and it was just a bad direction for the Keys in my mind. This was an album to me that was not good. When I first heard their single Fever, I was like, wow, where have the Keys gone? And so yeah, I listened to this album, and honestly on this album, they have Weight of Love, the first song on this, is the best song they've ever done in my mind. The best song they've ever done. It's amazing. The guitars, it's just a soaring song. So the first song is the only song on this that I really like. There's a few songs that are okay, but the first song on this is the best song they've ever done. So I might send this to someone if they want it, so comment below if anyone watches this video. I hope they do. Next, we got a little Stevie Wonder, Innervisions. God, this is a great album, and it's a great album to get into if you want to get into Stevie Wonder. Just more funk, more soul, a great voice, and just crazy artwork. You know, I love good artwork on an album. That's one of the reasons I collect vinyl. Not just because of the sound, but because the artwork is incredible. And as you can tell on this, the art, I don't know how good you can see, the artwork is amazing. And just an album to get into. Next, for some reason, I had never really listened to Santana before, but I don't know why, because I'm stupid, but I got this at a garage sale, and God, it's a good listen. I mean, I have to admit, Santana can play the guitar really well, and the instruments on this with the organs and the trumpet just make it all a bit better. So, I don't know if this is his first album. I'm pretty sure it's a self-titled album. So yeah, Santana. Next, probably my favorite album of all time. It changed my life musically. Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Yeah, I mean, Pink Floyd, I mean, they kind of set the boundary. They changed music in a whole nother way when they put this album out. And really, their other album before that, what was it, Metal or Metal or something like that, when they put out Echoes. But this this was a groundbreaking album, and there's so many songs on this that, I mean, almost every song is good. I mean, the first and third song, for some reason, I don't know why it's like instrumental crap. I can't call it crap. I cannot call Pink Floyd crap at all. But this album, I mean, when you first hear Getting to Breathe, it just takes you to another place, and this whole album takes you to another place. And God, Pink Floyd is so good. Next, Radiohead, In Rainbows. My second favorite Radiohead album of all time, outside of OK Computer. And this didn't come out digitally because Thom Yorke did copyright stuff or something like that. But this actually has my favorite song of all time. Well, one of them. It's tied with OK, or No Surprises. That would be Jigsaw Falling Into Place. That song, it starts out so mellow, and it just builds up into something incredible. And this album, pretty much all the way through, it's all good. It's another one of those albums that really doesn't have a bad song on it. And most of Radiohead's albums are, you know. I keep thinking, you know, when they come up with a new album that it's not going to be that great, but every Radiohead album, in my mind, has been amazing that they've ever come out with. So 2 albums left to show here. And this next one was from 2013. It's Arctic Monkeys AM. And this album, before, I'd never really liked the Arctic Monkeys. I didn't like their sound, and I don't know why. But now I've listened to all their albums. I'm like, why did I think that? Because when I first heard this, I heard their singles Do I Want to Know and Are You Mine. I mean, those songs, it was like, it's kind of a new direction for the Monkeys, and the Arctic Monkeys, and it was a great album. And this is an album, again, that does not have a bad song to me. I mean, God, this album is great, and it's getting me really excited for the future of the Arctic Monkeys. I'm hoping they come out with a release in 2016, I really am. So yeah, the Arctic Monkeys with AM. And then, next one, kind of related to Dan Fogelberg, on the folk section of things. Whenever you're in a folky mood, America is a band to go to. I mean, kind of just a great band, great folk songs on it. You know, you see a lot of 12-string, 6-string acoustic guitars, and a few, not much electric guitar. But yeah, great vocals on this, and yeah, check it out. So anyway, this is my introduction to the VC. I really hope I get some views, because, I mean, I've been watching you guys for so long now, and it would just be an honor to get up there with the ranks of you guys, and you guys inspired me a lot, and I want to keep continuing to do this. I guess we'll see how many views we get, though, but, I mean, yeah, thank you for getting me into vinyl, every one of you guys. Thank you. And Derek Vaughn, a huge influence on me, as he's from Omaha, which is in Nebraska. So thank you, Derek Vaughn, as well, and thank you to everyone. You know, there's so many names. I'm subscribed to like 120 of you guys. So yeah, I mean, keep it up. And I mean, vinyl, it's the purest art form music can get. And if you really love music, you need to get into vinyl. So thanks for watching. And comment down below on your thoughts. Thanks.